the death debate. The death debate. Do we need to have capital punishment, if at all? Do we need to support capital punishment? Justice Kurian Joseph said, let us abolish capital punishment. Let us stop, ban capital punishment. In India, we have capital punishment. Capital punishment means killing a person legally after his crime is proved. In India, capital punishment is given only in the rarest of rare cases. In India, capital punishment is given only in the rarest of rare cases. Not in all murders you will get capital punishment. Not in all murder cases you will get capital punishment. Only in the rarest of rare cases capital punishment will be awarded. Every year we can count in fingers how many people get the capital punishment. Every year we can count in fingers that how many people get the capital punishment. There are thousands of murders and thousands of rapes in India, but not in all cases we will give capital punishment. And what are the cases generally we will give capital punishment? Murder cases, rape with murder, robbery or dacoity along with murder, even sometimes sedition. Sedition means doing against the country. In Telugu, Desadroham. Doing against the country, sedition. In all these cases, we can give capital punishment. Actually, what are the types of punishments generally we have? What are the types of punishment generally we have? It might be death penalty. Death penalty is capital punishment. Or first is it might be death penalty, or it might be imprisonment for life. And remember, imprisonment for life does not mean only it is for 14 years. After 14 years, after seeing the good behavior of the individual, of the convict, the jail authorities can recommend the case to government, and government can release them, can order for the release on August 15th, October 2nd, January 26th, etc. For example, Rajiv Gandhi convicts. The convicts who were convicted under Rajiv Gandhi murder case are still in jail. The murder happened in 1991. The killing of Rajiv Gandhi happened in 1991, but they are still in jail. Still in jail. See, along with Rajiv Gandhi, almost 20 people died, and there was a demand to release the Rajiv Gandhi convicts. What about the lives of those people who lost during the same incident? Are the convicts not responsible? Are the convicts not responsible? In Bachchan Singh case, 1980, the Supreme Court said capital punishment should exist, but it should be given in the rarest of the rare cases. Why? Why there should be death sentence? Why there should be death penalty? You know why? Without death sentence, there will not be any deterrence at all. Without capital punishment, there won't be any fear at all. And people will think, at max, what will happen to me? I'll get arrested. I'll be in jail. Nobody is going to kill me. So, capital punishment acts like deterrence. Death penalty will create a fear factor. Death penalty will create a fear factor in the minds of the criminal. This is the element why we still continue with death penalty or capital punishment. But there is an argument against this. There is an argument. They say, just because there is a death penalty, just because there is death punishment, Are the crimes are reducing in India? Are we seeing the lesser crime rate in India? No. We are not seeing the lesser crime rate. Crimes are not reducing because of death penalty. This is one argument. Second argument is, if you cannot give the life, how can you take away the life? If you cannot give the life, you are not allowed to take away the life. And death penalty or capital punishment is against basic human rights. Is against basic human rights. So there are arguments in favor of death penalty. There are arguments against death penalty. So before going to that, in the article, the death debate, there was a mention about theories of punishment. There is a mention about theories of punishment. First of all, let us discuss the theories of punishment. Why do we punish others? Why generally we take the criminals into law? Why we conduct a trial for them? Why we generally book the criminals? There are various theories of punishment. I will explain all the theories. First theory of punishment is reformative theory. First theory of punishment is reformative theory. What is this reformative theory? See, as we get diseases to the human body, when you get a disease to the body, you will go to hospital. In the same way, crime is a disease, treat it. Crime is a disease, cure it. Criminals are not born, but they are made. No one is a born criminal. Hate the crime, but not the criminal. Jail should act like reformatory homes. Jail should act like reformatory homes. The very purpose of jail is reformation. So in jails, people are corrected. Jail should act like correction homes. Their attitude should change. In jails, even the food they provide for the prisoners will be less spicy, without even ginger and garlic and sometimes very spicy food. They are not allowed to eat highly spicy food because they are trying to correct the criminal towards a good path. Jail should act like a reformatory home. In fact, in jails, they will be treated with some separate treatment where they will be asked to do some work. And in jails, there are various types of punishments. Apart from death penalty, life imprisonment. There are life convicts sometimes who stay 30-40 years in jail. So jail will train them towards a good path. And there was two types of imprisonments. There are other imprisonments called two types of imprisonments, rigorous and simple. In Telugu, Katina Karagara Siksha, rigorous and simple. In rigorous imprisonment, they will be put to hard labor. In simple imprisonment, normal labor. So rigorous imprisonment, simple imprisonment. Okay, and sometimes forfeiture of property. Their property will be confiscated. Sometimes fine. And there is one more type of punishment called solitary confinement. Solitary confinement is something where you are put in solitude. That means you are not allowed to contact anyone. You will be separately fixed in the single cell, because when a criminal is very dangerous, he will be fixed under solitary confinement. He will be put under solitary confinement. But there are some rules under solitary confinement. Earlier, no one should be given solitary confinement for more than 3 months at a time. If you are in a solitary confinement, after 3-4 months, finally you will just murmur and try to recollect your language also after some days. If there is no one to contact, no TV to watch, no paper to read, you will become psychologically insane. Slowly you will forget the language. So for that reason, even for the hardest criminal, solitary confinement is only for a short period. It cannot be for a long period. It's a part of crime. It's a part of criminal correction, criminal justice system. And here, earlier during the British era, earlier during British period, you have one more type of punishment called deportation for life. Now that punishment is not there. You have deportation for life. What is this deportation for life? Deportation for life means you will be sent to some other jail, some other place where your kith and kin do not know generally, and you will be asked, you will be made to stay there throughout your life. For example, Andaman Nicobar cellular jail. Andaman Nicobar cellular jail. Permanently you are fixed there. So, the Kala Pani jail in Andaman Nicobar. You will be sent there, done. You have to die there. Deportation for life. This is a way of punishment during British period. Okay. So, there are various methods of punishment like death penalty, life imprisonment, rigorous imprisonment, simple imprisonment. Earlier we have deportation for life. Deportation for life. In imprisonment you can have solitary confinement, forfeiture of property, fine. All these things are the types of punishments which we have. And we have theories of punishment. First theory I have explained is reformative theory. Reformative theory is crime is a disease. Reform the criminal. Correct his nature. Hate the crime but not the criminal. Hate the crime but not the criminal. This is called reformative theory. Mahatma Gandhi believed in this theory. Mahatma Gandhi believed in this theory. Reformative theory is against capital punishment, death penalty. Reformative theory is against capital punishment, that is death penalty. And you have one more theory called retributive theory. R-E-T-R-I-B-U-T-I-V-E. Retributive theory. What is retributive? Revenge. Eye for eye, hand for hand, leg for leg, life for life. Eye for eye, hand for hand, leg for leg, life for life. Jungle justice. Jungle justice, Atavika Nyayam. It's like retributive theory. In this theory, it's something like uncivilized revenge. Uncivilized revenge. In certain Shariat laws, in some Middle East countries, retributive theory do exist. Retributive theory do exist. Revenge. So, if somebody attacks a woman with an acid bottle, the same acid will be thrown on his face in the same line, in the similar model. This is called retribution. So, reformative theory, retributive theory. The third is compensatory theory. Compensatory theory. What is compensatory theory? Listen. See, X have murdered Y. X have murdered Y. Okay. So, X actually caught. X was caught and X was punished. Then what will be the benefit for Y's family? Only revenge? Only punishment to X? Can you restore Y's family as it is? No. In crimes you cannot restore the family. You cannot undo the things what was already done. You cannot undo the things what was already done. Then what should you do? What should you do? At least try to compensate. At least try to restore. Whatever possible practically. Whatever you can do practically, at least try to restore. At least try to protect. This is called compensatory theory. Though you punish the criminal, you should also try to help the victim and victim's family. Okay. So, deterrent theory. Next theory is deterrent. D-E-T-E-R-R-E-N-T. Next theory is deterrent theory. What is this deterrent theory? Deterrent theory means in China, if somebody goes for corruption, he will be hanged publicly. All people will see him and stop committing similar crimes. In Saudi Arabia, earlier, if a woman comes without a burqa, she will be flogged, she will be whipped. So, if anybody does the same thing, if any other person try to replicate the same thing, you will get the same punishment. Deterrence means creating a fear in the minds of others that if you commit the same mistake, you are going to get the same punishment. So, reformative theory, retributive theory, deterrent theory, compensatory theory, and we also have one more theory called Punitive theory. Punitive. You have one more theory called punitive theory. The theory which we follow in India is called punitive theory. Punitive theory means for this crime this is a punishment. For example, in India we have punitive theory. For example, if you commit theft, 2 years punishment. If you take dowry, 3 years punishment. So for this crime, proportionally there will be punishment. Proportionally there will be punishment. This is called punitive punishment theory. So there are 5 theories of punishment basically: reformatory, retributive, compensatory, deterrent and punitive. 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 Now let us discuss, does all murders attract capital punishment? Why do people commit crimes? See, in Indian Penal Code there are 2 things. One is culpable homicide, second is murder. Culpable homicide, second is murder. What is homicide? Killing of one human being by other human being is called homicide. One human being killing the other human being is called homicide. Culpable homicide and murder. Now I will give you a small example, the difference. A man have taken liquor. In the night he has come to the house and asked the wife to prepare some food. Might be some unique food, different food. Wife got angry and started shouting at him, and husband also started shouting at her. In that enrage, husband took a rod and beat the wife. Suddenly wife have died. Here husband killed the wife, but husband have not intended to kill the wife, planned to kill the wife. This is called culpable homicide. The person died, but there is no prior intention. Second case, pre-planned cold-blooded murder. Pre-planned cold-blooded murder. That means a man have arranged everything, taken a gun and planned for the murder and arranged everything and went to the spot and killed. This is murder. So court will see the circumstance before awarding punishment. Whether it is culpable homicide, whether it is pre-planned murder. Even in all pre-planned murders, court will not give capital punishment. Only in the brutality, rarest of the rare cases, court will give capital punishment. But why did Kurian Joseph, Justice Kurian Joseph said capital punishment should be abolished? Sometimes public outrage, public mood might dictate judicial decisions. For example, Nirbhaya incident. In Nirbhaya incident, the entire India is against the criminal. So by all probability, the judgment should be like awarding capital punishment to the criminals. People will not tolerate if capital punishment is not awarded. Just might be sometimes driven by public mood. There is a chance of something sudden or some type of moments where judges might give certain judgments. Though they have done something wrong, with the public mood, with that outrageous mind, we can also give such decisions. So, capital punishment, Law Commission in 2015 also said capital punishment should be abolished. In Bachchan Singh case it was told capital punishment should be given in the rarest of the rare cases. But do you support capital punishment? 141 countries in the world abolished capital punishment. 141 countries in the world abolished capital punishment. 59 countries in the world have capital punishment. 59 countries in the world have capital punishment. 25 countries in the world have capital punishment but have not imposing capital punishment. Remember, 141 countries in the world do not have capital punishment, abolished capital punishment. 59 countries in the world have active capital punishment. 25 countries in the world 25 countries in the world do have capital punishment but is not imposing capital punishment at all. The top countries under capital punishment. Do you know the top country? China. Next Iran. Next USA. Saudi Arabia. Pakistan. India. First is China in capital punishment. China highest, tops in capital punishment. Iran, Saudi Arabia, USA, Pakistan, and then India. In India, you can count in fingers the persons who got capital punishment in the last year. Some of the countries keep it secret, their data relating to their capital punishments. Some of the countries keep it secret. And arguments in favor of capital punishment. Deterrent effect. And the victims, those who have cruel mentality, will not be allowed to come back to the society again. And it is not always cruel. All the countries will not be very cruel in imposing capital punishment. And sometimes capital punishments do have an effect in the society positively. Against. Capital punishment is against human rights. One cannot give life. The same person cannot take away the life. Unless you are able to give the life, you cannot take away the life. In the same way, there might be some erroneous judgments. And finally, if you see, the persons who committed the crimes are not from good background. Crimes are the products of society. Criminals are made by the society. Then you should correct the society. You should not kill the criminal. Criminal should be reformed. This is a debate on capital punishment. Done?